Then when I was 17, I told her, Mom, I'm going to Russia. I'm going to go play here. I'll come back in 5 days. She was like, no, you're not going to Russia. You're not doing that.
You know their gaming names. But who are they really? Take a look with us under the hood. Welcome to the first episode of Under the Hood. My name is Tien and I'm your host. And Under the Hood is the official podcast of the professional esports organization Rogue. Rogue is currently competing in different esports, which includes League of Legends, Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, Apex Legends, Super Smash Bros. And Fortnite. We are hosting this podcast from the Berlin office of Rogue that is responsible for the LEC team. For everyone that doesn't know what LEC means, it's the League of Legends European Championship. And it's the top franchise league for League of Legends in Europe. And probably the top Western esports league right now. That's the reason why we will mainly focus on the League of Legends team on this podcast. But hopefully we get the chance to also do a podcast with the other great players from the other teams. This is also not your usual esports podcast where we talk only about current events or results. But the purpose of the podcast is mainly to show you the real person behind the player's nickname, or in our case, Under the Hood. Like I already mentioned, my name is Tien. I'm the head of marketing for Rogue. Some people probably know me also for my work on Reddit for Rogue, but also my previous company that I work for, Rocket. And at Rocket, we also had the privilege to host a similar podcast, so I'm happy to be back on the mic again. But enough about me. Let me introduce you to the true star of the show, who has the honor to be the first guest of this fantastic Neo podcast. Rogue's top laner, Finn Wiestål. Hello.
Hello.
Did I pronounce your last name right?
No. You completely butchered it, but it's fine.
Can you say it again?
Finn Wiestål.
Okay. Are you going to take my Swedish citizenship for this?
Yeah, I think so. I'll do it.
So, the podcast is named Under the Hood. Why is that, Finn?
Well, because we at Rogue always go hood up, but under the hood we are also human beings that you will need to know. So that's why.
All right. So what we're going to do in this podcast is to ask you like 10 top quick questions.
Okay.
Don't think too much about them.
Yeah.
It's just to get you warm.
Okay. Yeah.
Get comfortable with the podcast. So let's start.
Okay, I'm ready.
So first question.
Yeah.
And you don't have any jokers.
Okay.
What's your favorite food and drink?
Lasagna and water.
Water? It's so boring.
I'm sorry. Okay, coffee, I guess. Coffee is basically black water. So.
But what kind of water? Do you like buy your water or is it like tap water?
I mean, okay, here in Germany they have like this insane Gurk und Minzwasser. It's like with cucumber and mint that you can buy.
Really?
You don't know about it?
I never saw someone buying it.
It's so good actually. But I also drink a lot of coffee, so I guess that's my second answer.
so you every morning you buy this kind of water?
No, not every morning.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit luxurious.
You need to show me. I never saw this.
What?
I mean, I saw people make it fresh, like cutting cucumbers and have mince. Gurke und mince. That's what you
Gurke und mince, yeah.
Okay. But why lasagna? Not like a Swedish dish?
I mean, lasagna was the first one that came to mind because it's just very, how to say, comfy to eat. It always kind of makes me happy. It's like really safe food for me.
Okay. So what's better, like fresh lasagna or like 2 days?
No, the day after lasagna is always like the peak. If you like come home from school and you warm it up, that was the best.
Yeah. So how happy were you when our cook Rad cooked like lasagna?
I mean, I complimented his lasagna. It was top tier actually.
Yeah, it was really, really good. So let's go to the next question. Who's your favorite League of Legends champion?
Aurelia.
Aurelia? People are going to be disappointed.
I know, people are actually, whenever I say this. But Kled doesn't have the same excitement to his playstyle, I think. Aurelia, you can do so much more on.
Yeah. Do you know if there's like a Kled main subreddit?
There is, but they prefer other Kled mains. They don't really accept me anymore.
No? All right. What do you love the most about being a professional esports player?
I guess playing on stage. It's probably the most fun I ever have. playing on the LEC stage, it's just an experience in its own. It's like the highlight of every week, where you just go and if you feel good about it, if you play well, and if you win, it's just the best feeling, I think.
What do you hate most about being a professional League of Legends player?
What can I say? I guess the non-freedom. I guess some days you're really days can get very monotone in a way that you always do the same thing, kind of. You wake up and you play and then you sleep, kind of. So I guess I wish I had like 26 hours in every day instead of 24, so I could do more stuff. But yeah, it is what it is. So
currently, do you do anything that gets you out like of this monotone schedule, or?
I do go to the gym quite often, so it's something. But yeah, that's about it I have time for.
So if you would have more hours, what would you do?
I mean, maybe just talk with people, spend time with friends and family, do other stuff outside of the game.
Okay, so there's also a lack of this, right? Because probably of your schedule that it's so late. And
yeah, it's a bit restricted.
Okay. So okay, we're getting out of, but it's okay for this podcast. You know?
Okay,
we just want to talk. But how often do you talk to your parents?
I try to call them like at least 2 times per week. Each of one of them. Usually after games, but I talk to them more after a long day of scrims. If I go for a walk or something, I usually call them. It's just nice to hear their voice and talk a bit of Swedish as well.
Oh, okay.
So I don't forget the language.
I mean, you have Larsen here.
I have Larsen and Boom, it's fine. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we have an English rule in the office, so they don't talk too much Swedish together. You can morph into a League of Legends champion in real life. Which champion would you choose and why?
Morph?
Yeah, you can morph.
Zed.
Zed?
Yes.
Zed or Zed?
Zed.
The new champion.
The new champion.
Why?
He has insane body. but maybe without the cat ears. I don't know. But I like his physique. It's quite insane.
Are you leaking your pics for the weekend?
Maybe. I don't know.
When you prepare for a match, do you have any rituals?
Rituals, I guess we all have our breathing that we do, like where we just focus on our breathing for a short while. Kind of gets us into a focused zone. And other than that, I just like to maybe drink a cup of coffee, eat a banana, and listen to some music. It's pretty standard. It's nothing special really, but that's it.
Yeah. What's your favorite game of all time?
My favorite game, League of Legends, of course.
But if it's not League of Legends?
I mean, I played a lot of Pokemon in my days. I started out like very young because I think I was 5 when I played my first Pokemon game. And I kind of just played all of them growing up. So it's like if I'm in the off season, there's a new Pokemon game coming out, then I usually buy it and play it like through in 2 days. But I mean, yeah, that's I guess my second favorite game.
So you own a Switch as well?
I do.
And did you already play the newest game?
I did.
You already played through it?
Yes.
Really?
I mean, it was quite fast actually.
Which one did you get? Sword or Shield?
Shield. I'm a tank.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
And yeah, because every time I go into your gaming room, I see you play some kind of like Pokemon game on the browser.
Yeah, it's sometimes, yeah.
What is it called? Like
it's called Pokemon Showdown. It's like competitive Pokemon battling online.
So is there like a ranking?
There's a ranking.
So how high are you?
I'm not that high. I'm not that good.
But it works like with ELO and stuff like that? Oh, okay. So what's your ELO?
I'm like 1.5. It's pretty low.
Yeah, you said you like to listen to music before a game. So what's your favorite music genre?
I mean, it depends really on my mood. I usually like a bit softer tones. Maybe some indie rock tones or like some 90s rock as well, like the Smiths or the Killers or something like this. Usually, I don't know how to say it. It just feels relaxed, I guess. Don't really get too into it, but it's nice to have.
So, what do you think about my music choices as a bus driver for the van?
I mean, I'm not complaining. It has its charm as well.
Just to clarify for you, I'm also driving the bus right now, or the van.
And Tien is actually doing everything in Rogue.
I'm the DJ also, huh? Let's get to the next question. Imagine you're stranded on a lonely island.
Yeah.
What 3 items would you take with you?
Like a survival kit.
Wait, what's a survival kit?
I don't know. It's like you can buy these kits.
3 items, man. But the kit has more items.
But the survival kit is 1 item. No?
But what's in it?
I mean, like knives and.
No, that's cheating.
Okay, yeah. I'll bring 1 knife.
Okay.
I would bring some sort of like containment device or like something where you can like store stuff.
Okay.
Like a not a box per se, but like a big box kind of, I guess,
okay.
to keep everything in place. Can I say water? Fresh water.
Fresh water, okay. But how much?
Like 50 liters. Can I bring this much?
Sure.
Okay.
But what are you doing after the 50 liters?
I mean, then I've hopefully found a way to replenish my fresh water.
Okay. It seems like you already thought about the situation before.
I mean, my mom is quite crazy about these things, so she's prepared me.
Really? So she asked you like randomly, like after you wake up, hey, you're stranded on the island. What's 3 items?
But she wants us to be able to take care of ourselves.
Okay.
I guess.
All right. The last question and the most important one: which key is best for Flash, D or F?
F, of course.
Why?
F is for Flash.
No. But D is for Dash.
I mean, what I've been thinking the last years, actually, that D is actually more convenient to use because it's closer to the other keys. So I've been thinking about changing it to D, just because it's maybe like a microsecond faster. But Flash feels too good. I won't change it now.
I saw you have like a mouse with like a lot of buttons.
Yeah.
Do you have Flash on one of the buttons?
No. I use the buttons for items, F keys, and the pings.
Yeah, really interesting mouse choice.
No,
mouse
it's
choice
really good.
there.
It's from my World of Warcraft playing days.
Yeah. I think you're the only one with like 9 side buttons.
12.
So let's start with the real meaty part of this podcast.
Wow.
So I want to get to know you better. I mean, we're in like this pretty uncommon situation that the staff outside of the competitive team is also really kind of close to the players.
Yeah.
So I probably know you quite well already, I would say.
Yeah.
But my job is now to let the outside world know like what kind of trolls we have here in the team.
What kind of freaks.
And let's start by how it all started. You know, when did you start playing like video games?
I mean, as I said, like when I was 5, I think I started playing Pokemon with my brothers. I have a lot of brothers, so they kind of just got me into it.
How many? Is that something you want to share on?
And I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters. It's quite a bit.
And where are you standing, like age-wise?
Exactly in the middle.
Okay.
So 3 older, 3 younger. But they kind of got me into that, and then I just kept playing games, I guess, until suddenly my friend group told me to start playing League of Legends when I was like 11, 10, something. I was really bad at first, and I was getting a bit teased for it. They were like flaming me low-key because I was so bad. But eventually I got a bit better. I stopped playing Annie. And after I finished my middle school, I went to high school. And then I kind of went to a different high school as all my friends. So I was kind of in a new group of friends which didn't play League of Legends. That's when I started playing more solo and solo queue. And then I started climbing, actually. It went quite fast. I think 2016 I hit Challenger by the end. And then by the end of 2017 I started playing pro for fun a bit. I guess almost like a part-time job. Alongside school.
Going back to your brothers, because I have like one brother, you know?
Yeah.
And then we had to share like one Game Boy, for example. You know? How did it work with so many brothers?
I mean, we had 3 Game Boys, 4 brothers. Obviously, I was the smallest one, so I didn't have my own yet.
So you always watched your brothers play?
I always watched them, and sometimes I got to play on them.
And now you're the professional video gamer.
Yeah, now I get to play and they get to watch.
That's funny. Yeah, you already took my next question. When did you start playing League of Legends? You already explained it as well.
Yeah.
What's the reason why you started grinding? Because I mean, I saw some pros. Their reason to grind was they broke up with their girlfriend or something like that. What was your motivation to grind?
I mean, I guess I don't know. I didn't really grind at first. I was just playing a bit, and then suddenly I kind of didn't stop climbing. I was just climbing, but slowly because I didn't play much. And then eventually I was like, okay, what if I just play a lot? And then I climbed a lot. So it was more like just to see how far I could get, I guess, which was way harder than I initially thought. Because I didn't really think I was that good.
So when did this thought come up? You're like, oh, I'm grinding this much, and then I guess at one point you became challenger.
Yeah.
When did this thought come up that, hey, this could be my job, you know?
I mean, I didn't really think about it as my job until like I got a lot of offers because I was quite high on the ladder. People got interested. And then I was like, should I do this? Is it worth it? And in the end, I like kind of took a chance. Slowly though, while I tried to make sure that I can always lean on school if things would not work out, which kind of straight through until I graduated as well. Yeah, I just kind of took a chance in the end and worked out.
So how did you balance like grinding and also like schoolwork?
I mean, it was really stressful actually, playing like in a team, an online team during school, because you would like wake up at 7, go to school, come home at maybe 4. At 5 you had scrims, and then you had 3 games of scrims first, and then you had a short break that you can go and eat, and then you had 3 more scrims, and then by 10 I did like 30 minutes of schoolwork, and then I played 1 or 2 solo queue games, and then I went to bed insta again, and just on repeat every day like this. It was quite stressful for this period of time, but I guess it was worth it.
Yeah, but was there already like some kind of like salary involved, or?
I mean, not really. It was more like we played to get to these lands, like in France or in Denmark or wherever they were. And then like I'll take 1 or 2 days off from school, or like on a weekend, and I would travel down to play. Hopefully win a bit, but it was not really about winning money by this point.
So you mainly did it for fun?
Yeah, it was like a hobby.
Okay. Did your parents said anything about this? I mean, it sounds like a really rough schedule, and
I mean, they were very hesitant at first. I mean, not very, but they were kind of hesitant at first. My mom was. Then when I was 17, I told her, Mom, I'm going to Russia. I'm going to go play here. I'll come back in 5 days. She was like, no, you're not going to Russia. You're not doing that. But then eventually I could convince her I was going to Russia, even though we lost. It's quite an experience. But ever since Russia, she's been more supportive, I guess, because she kind of knows this is what I like to do. So
did you have to pay for your flights to Russia? Or?
No.
So that was all paid for already?
Yeah, it was paid for.
Okay. How did your school like got influenced by video gaming? Got it worse? Did it get worse, or? I
mean, by the last year, I couldn't really control it anymore. It actually, my grades dropped a bit for my last year of high school. But I still kept it kind of in check. It didn't go below like any severe points. But it was kind of I kind of knew this would happen as well when I started.
Okay. So what did you like, how do you say it? Like the other students in the school said, like, did they said anything to you? Like, you're crazy thinking you could be a professional video gamer?
I mean, my close friends knew obviously, but I didn't really keep it public. I was kind of secretive about it. So it wasn't like a big thing or anything. I was just disappearing some days, and then I was coming back.
But we're in there like asking, where's Finn? You missed like 5 days of school.
I mean, I had to tell my math teacher, because it was like when I went to this Russia, there was the promotion tournament for the LCL, because I was playing in the Russian secondary league, and we were gonna go to this Russian promotion tournament, and if we won this, the team would promote to the LCL main league. But it was the same day or like time as I had a math test. So I had to choose at this point, and I chose Russia, unfortunately, my math teacher. But I was able to do the math test later, so it was fine in the end. But
Okay, but did your school knew about like your career path, or
no, not really.
so you just skipped school without telling them?
I mean, I was sick. What do you mean?
Okay. All right. So yeah, you already started talking about your professional teams or semi-professional teams. Can you walk us through like your career path until you got like maybe to like challenger kind of level?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of started with this random Danish team, really. But after that, I got on this Russian team, as I said. This was in early 2017, around April, I think. And after this team, I was kind of bouncing around random like LAN teams. I guess just going around playing random tournaments. Until in November 2017, Movistar wanted me to quit school and go and join them for like this 10-man roster thingy. But I declined that. But I still kept practicing with them from home because I thought it was a good opportunity for me to improve. And then I finally joined NIP for the first European Masters because they got the spot. This is where I first met Larsen as well. We played and we actually made a pretty good run in this European Masters, eventually losing to Origin, the winners, with Frog and Expect, Forgive and Jessis and Insec. And by this time it was my last semester of high school. And eventually when I finished, I decided to go and join Movistar after, down in Spain. And the day after my graduation, I flew down there and started practicing instantly.
Okay, so the thing about Swedish graduation,
Yeah.
I mean, I went to Larsen's graduation party. It's a bit crazy. So you also had like these kind of trucks and everything?
We didn't have this.
No?
We were the science class. We were too nerdy to have this.
Really? So there was like no big celebration?
I mean, there was a big celebration, but just not this truck thing.
But you said you left like one day after graduation.
Yeah.
So did you like keep yourself like really like mature and didn't drink too much? Or?
I mean, not too much.
Okay, so you went there like completely drunk.
No.
Okay.
I was giving myself in decent shape.
All right.
Fine shape.
I mean, keep going then. What happened with Movistar riders?
Well, obviously Movistar we did quite well during the split season, but we just barely missed out on European Masters by losing to Mad Lions 2-3, who eventually won European Masters that year. And after Movistar was quite a weird off season. I didn't really know where to go, but eventually I chose to go with Larsen in Rogue Academy.
Okay, can you get like in more detail since it's interesting for us?
I mean, I had basically two big options. Either I would follow my old Movistar teammate to another academy team, or I would go to Rogue Academy with Larsen. And I really liked the idea of Rogue Academy and the team and my teammates. So I was really like, I quickly made my decision to go with Larsen because I mean I remember playing with him in NIP and I remember how good he was. So it's always nice to have good teammates. And that's how I got into Rogue Academy, and then we just kind of started stomping Polish league.
So he was the one who really pushed Rogue or us to get you, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what I heard.
Yeah.
So because he really wanted to play with you again, I guess.
Yeah.
And I guess it worked out
for
both of you.
I'm grateful.
Yeah. So you would say Larsen played a big part of your career?
Yeah, I would say so. He helped me a lot.
And then the first thing, I think the first time we met was in Poland around Christmas the last year. No, 2 years now, I guess. Can you say 2 years already? Like last year.
Last year, one year ago, roughly.
It's 2020, huh? And you were kind of shy back then, I remember.
I was a bit shy, yeah.
So, but I guess you already had experience, like, with offline events, right?
I had some experience, yeah. Not like a lot of experience, but I had some experience.
So you also met like your current teammates, I would say.
Yeah.
Back then. What was it like your first impression? Was it your first time meeting Larsen?
Yeah, it was my first time meeting him in person actually. Actually, I didn't meet him on the media day. Actually, I remember.
Yeah.
I met him when he came up to Poland.
Oh, he wasn't there was it because of school?
I think it was on vacation or something.
Wait, wasn't he there?
He was there first in Poland, but then on the media day he didn't come. But anyway, it was my first time meeting Larsen. And all my teammates. It was I was quite unsure how I would say how I would approach the situation first, but in the end we kind of just clicked pretty fast. I would say it was quite natural, so there was no like weird barriers between us or anything.
So Inspired, did you met him like in solo queue before, or?
And then I played this like European scouting grounds with him. Actually, I remember before that. But I didn't really know him or anything. I just know he was like a Kazakhs player.
Oh, okay. And the scouting grounds was also everything online?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you click instantly with him? Or what were your first thoughts when you saw him?
And he was very young. He was like a kid.
He was still a kid.
Yeah, I mean, he was like 17. Actually, he was 16 when I first met him.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
They grow up so fast.
Yeah, now he's 18. He's such a big boy now. It's crazy. He was very young, but nice guy.
I mean, we came there and watched the final of the Ultraliga season 0, I think. And it was like Woolite against Inspired, right?
Yeah.
So I guess you kind of watched the matches. What did you think? Like, oh god, this is my new jungler, or?
No, I think he played well. He had some really good Shinshao games in this final. I saw potential immediately.
All right, and then I mean, Ultraliga is more like an online league where playoffs is offline, you know.
Yeah.
When did you realize that it could be a pretty good top side, you know, with you, Larsen, and Inspired?
I mean, very very quickly actually. I realized this team is like way above the levels of the other national teams level. Because we were like stomping every scrim every day, us 5 back then. Then in official games we didn't always play this well, but at least in practice we were like on a completely different level. So I was really happy playing with this team, and I saw like the peak this team could reach.
So I mean, the Rogue main team didn't do too well during that split.
Yeah.
And we started to swap you into the main team.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts when we called you the first time regarding that?
I was a bit shocked at first, but I guess I was a bit happy as well to play on the stage, LEC stage. I don't think I did too well when I came up. Obviously, it was like with a new team atmosphere, new team. I was a bit nervous on stage as well. It's calmed down a bit now. I missed like 3 Urgot E flashes on my first game. Anyway, but it was a lot of fun to play on stage, and for summer it was even more fun, I think.
And I mean, you missed those E's, you know, and usually with rookies, they have like this barrier, you know, first game, you have to do good, you know, and if you mess up, I think it can have an impact on your career, right? Because I think some careers were like based on their first game. Like, oh, they did like this huge outplay, it's the next superstar, you know?
Yeah.
Or they messed up like really bad.
Yeah.
And then teams dropped them. We saw that before, right?
Yeah.
Not naming any teams. But yeah. Did you have like any pressure to win, or did you feel like, oh, I need to prove myself to stay on the main roster?
No, not really actually. It was, I mean, because I came into this 0, I think we were 0-10 when I came in.
I think so, maybe.
So I kind of just played for just to play. Like, I know playoffs were not really within our grasp. So I just went in to play just to play. And we won some games, which was nice. We lost some games where I was kind of not playing too well, because we were like first timing champions on stage, because we just went for it, you know. Now it's a way more structured, and it feels a lot better and more comfortable playing on stage.
But did the staff said anything to you like, "Hey, don't worry about your performance," or like, "Don't worry about winning. We just want to try out things"?
I mean, a bit, yeah. But when I got the choice of staying with the main team or going back to the academy team, I kind of chose the academy team because I felt like I wanted to play European Masters. But I mean, that didn't go too well either. But I just wanted to play with the 5 guys back then, and Wander felt the same. So.
Do you think you got worse as a team, like the academy team, when you went back because you were playing with another team?
Not really. I think we kind of quickly came back into it. Maybe our drafting needed some work.
All right, since you already talked about this, the EU Masters, the infamous EU Masters, you know, I was watching the game, like I was playing pedal tennis.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it.
Yeah,
you know it, right?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, you know it, but Larsen doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's like a Swedish thing, you
it's
know. Like
uncultured.
Squash mixed with tennis. And then I was playing it and I was watching the game, and after 10 minutes I was like, okay, I don't need to watch anymore. Their bot lane is like 0-16 or something like that. There's no way we're gonna lose this, right? And then I go back, I was like, what? We lost?
This game really hurts actually. I remember it very closely. The game against Misfits Academy. So I was so happy we won against Misfits last week, because whenever I play against Dan, then it's just disaster every time. But yeah, we didn't have the best drafts coming in. We were kind of disrespecting their top side in the draft. Blind picking Vladimir when we knew they could play with Nico top. I said I was fine. I was not fine. Yeah, so losing these games really, really sucked. At least Misfits went on to win the whole thing later, which was a bit of a comfort. But yeah, that game really, really sucked to lose.
Okay, describe how you felt afterwards.
I mean, it was like I was in shock, you know? I didn't realize we were out of it. It's like, yeah, we lost this game. Actually, we lost 2 cheeky games because of draft, and then we were out. This was like the end of like the whole academy year, or half year, I guess. So it was really empty, you know, like we've been playing this Polish league for 3 months, winning it just to get knocked out in groups in the European Masters. I don't know, like this was really, really, really sad.
Okay, in hindsight now, I mean, it happened like 1 year ago.
Yeah.
Would you say that was a good thing or a bad thing that you lost?
Bad thing, I think.
You think you would have developed even faster, or?
I mean, it would be nice to play the whole European Masters tournament, I think.
But I mean, think about it. You win EU Masters, right?
Yeah.
We pull you to the main team.
Yeah.
There's like a certain hype around it, right? And because you lost, there's not this kind of hype, you know? Like, oh, they just won EU Masters. They need to be like instant good, right?
I guess.
Don't you think that would have been like a lot of pressure for your like first real split in the LEC?
I mean, maybe. But it's also nice to get to play through the whole European Masters, to play. It's a really good experience playing against the top teams on an offline official match. I think this would be very helpful leading into LEC for at least all academy players. Except maybe not Wander, he's already experienced, but
and Woolite.
Yeah, and Woolite. Missing out on this, it was a bit sad, but I mean, there's not much to do about it. It's fine what happened as well, because it worked out in the end.
Yeah, but let's say we won EU Masters, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think like the team might have not stayed together because people were like, oh, I mean, you see right now what happened, right? Like the top teams from the EU Masters, they get pulled apart and...
I don't think so, because we were already in Rogue Academy, right? So, and I think we were all happy to play with each other. So I think we would all stay together. Just like what happened now. Really. Okay.
So going into the summer split, you were the only one who had to split this playtime, right?
No, Woolite did as well.
Oh yeah, Woolite did as well, right? But you were the only rookie.
Yeah.
How was that relationship with you and Prophet?
I mean, I'm really glad it was with Prophet and not another top laner, because Prophet is very chill, he's very funny, and he was very nice to share a spot with. So obviously a bit sad in the beginning I couldn't play in the main team, but I just kept try-harding and trying to improve what I was bad at, and eventually I was good enough to play, I think.
How much influence does Prophet has on your development?
I mean, he taught me a lot of, like, because what problem I had back then, and still like a bad habit of mine, is playing too explosive, I guess. And Prophet was very calculated in his play style, which is good in a lot of ways. And it kind of showed me like how to play really slow and precise, which I learned from him.
So you would say he had like a kind of big part into your development?
I mean, he showed me a lot of things, how to play the game.
And how did you feel like watching the games from the sidelines, I would say now?
And it was really frustrating whenever we would lose, because it was like, if you watch from the sidelines, you can see a lot of things that teams won't see in game. It's always like this, so seeing them miss out on stuff was just a bit frustrating.
Okay. And then in the later part of the season, or the split, you had subbed in. And you stayed in the team, and then we went to playoffs, right?
Yeah.
And then we had this infamous Splice game.
Yeah.
Tell me, walk me through to this game.
I mean, the Splice series overall was just very good preparation from us, I think. We had really good things planned out. We had good answers to everything they had. And good, not cheesy stuff really, but just good, solid play overall. We kind of had no expectations on us at all. We just went in and we kind of just played. And it was a really good series from us.
And afterwards, how you felt?
After it, I felt really, really good. I think all 5 of us were kind of satisfied with our performance this series. It was just a clean display. Yeah.
Okay. And then the week after, we played against Schalke.
Yeah.
And obviously, there was this infamous play by Larsen. And on the mic check afterwards, I mean, you guys didn't know you were recorded, right?
Yeah.
There was this, I would say, pretty good scene of the 3 of you being already in their seats again and talking about the play. And you told Larsen like instantly, "Hey, don't worry about it. Play your game. It doesn't matter, you know." Is this like a philosophy you have like for yourself as well, but also the team?
I mean, I don't know. It's more like, I think it's just important to take every game in a vacuum, I guess. Not caring about results or past games. Just play every game like it's your first, I guess. Don't let emotions take control.
And would you say he managed to do that in the next game?
I think he played fun, yeah.
Yeah.
He played good.
So do you see any influence that play has on his play style, like coming into this season?
No. I think he's strong. I don't think he cares like this. He's good enough to not.
Yeah. So for me, for like outside people, I think he plays like more like a veteran already, right?
I mean, he plays very calculated, yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about the current season. We had a pretty strong start with the 2-0. I think people expected you to win 2-0. Was that your expectation also going into the week?
I mean, kinda. I mean, I just thought that I went in thinking if we play like we usually do, we'll win 2-0, which kind of turned out to be true.
Would you say there were like starting issues, you know, like first week of LEC?
I mean, we had a bit of, maybe not nerves, but we were a bit slower maybe than we want to be. But I think even though we were a bit slow, we were always in control of what was happening. So we weren't really pressured in the time.
Yeah, and did it felt different now with this lineup because we changed Wulai with Hans Sommer?
Yeah.
And did it feel different to be on stage?
No, not really. It felt really natural, just like last year. I think Hans fits in really well in the team. He's like, I mean, he's really, how to say it, he just fit in instantly. There was no like weird barriers between any players and him. He just went in and instantly played really well.
And would you say he influenced how the team plays the game now?
I mean, a bit, yeah. He has his input. He's a player that's really good when he's giving resources. So we're of course very willing to give him resources because he's good at carrying. He's really good at right clicking.
Yeah.
But I think still we're still very flexible. We can do anything.
Yeah. Looking at the stats though of the past weekend, you could see that you took quite a lot of the goals from him away.
I mean, it was only the last game, I think.
Only the last game, yeah, because of the inhibitor, and then he gave you the lane.
Yeah.
So I think you have like the highest goal share of all top laners.
Oh,
right
really?
Now. Yeah.
I think I have the highest deaths as well. I mean, maybe not, but
Yeah.
I mean, this last game basically we just gave an inhib kind of for free, and then I just stood there and chilled for a couple of minutes because we know they didn't have pressure to take Nashor, right? So I was just kind of stacking up the gold, and then eventually it was late game o'clock and we instantly won the game.
Yeah. You didn't just chill on top lane. You also had this guitar animation.
Oh yeah.
Tell us, did you think about this like before the game?
No,
or was it like something
I mean, it was more like the enemies were really trying to get something, but if you're playing Mordekaiser, the thing is you can always play with full confidence because if they like try to 4-man you can just ult one guy, trade 1 for 1, and you're really happy about it. So I was like, please attack me, come and kill me, and I'll trade 1 for 1. Eventually they backed off, but it's just fun to show them that you're not scared. I guess.
I mean, they instantly back off when they saw it, right?
Yeah.
So maybe like psychological warfare here.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it might have an influence also, like the
I mean, it's just good fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what were you thinking? Like, hey, are they really trying to dive in? Because before that play, Kadriel tried to gank you as well, right? And then I was like, as an amateur player, you know, thinking like, there's no way he can gank you, right? Because you can just ult one of them and then kill them.
I mean, I was just saying to my team, like, it's really good if we trade sides because I'm Mordekaiser and they can never get anything on me. So you just play really aggressive on the other side and I will not lose anything top. So I was just playing with confidence that if they dive, I'm fine. And if they don't, then I'll just push.
Okay. Do you play guitar?
No, I don't.
Do you play any instruments?
Not really. I played a bit of piano, I guess, in middle school, but not much at all. Really, really bad.
Is there like any hidden talent that nobody knows about?
No, I'm very talentless. I'm just a League of Legends one trick, actually. It's sad.
And you like to talk about history?
No.
No? Okay.
I like maths.
Math. Yeah. I think you said it in the AMA. What would you do if you weren't a pro player?
Yeah. I would probably do something like an engineering work or anything. Like anything with maths or physics was kind of what I was good at in school. Or maybe something with languages, I don't know. It's impossible for me to say. Nothing
with computer science? Were you like in computer?
No, not really. I was just playing games on the computer. I wasn't doing much. I took a programming course, but it was too weird for me.
What, a pro gaming course?
No, programming.
Oh, programming. I was like, pro gaming course?
No, it was just too weird for me.
Yeah.
The programming.
Do you know how to build a PC?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about next week, which could have. I think it's a pretty important week for us because it might show us the direction where we're going. Yeah. So the first game is Origin, and the second game is Vitality. I think, right? Yeah. And Origin's game is going to be the first game of the week. How do you feel about this game? Like, are you excited or?
I mean, I don't put too much emphasis on the game itself. I think it would be really, really nice to win it. But I think even if we lose, it's fine as well.
Yeah.
We just try to go in and we play like we normally do. And I think we'll be able to win it.
Yeah. Because before I saw like all the other matchups, I was like, yes, finally we can get like a match of the week, right?
Yeah.
Like a highlighted match.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, it's second. I mean, we're both technically first right now, you know?
Yeah.
But then I saw, okay, second day, G2 against Origin. And they got match of the week.
No.
So, yeah. I'm looking forward when we finally get a match of the week.
Yeah, one day.
Yes. So what do you expect from this team in this season? Like, where do you think we're gonna land, and where do you see the team in like the end of the split?
I mean, winning, I hope. I think if we are able to consistently improve and practice hard, we should be able to make at least top 2, I think. I mean, that's the goal. For summer, we want to go for Worlds, obviously, but I think we can go really far in spring as well if we try hard. It's fine. We don't really need it. I mean, going to MSI would be fun, of course, but it's not like something I expect to do.
Yeah. What team would you like to meet there?
TSM. No, I mean, if it would be really fun to play TSM, I guess, but yeah, it might not happen.
What do you think of the meme?
I think it's a silly meme. It's a silly meme.
Okay,
it's kind of fun.
But you saw the Sven clip, right? Where he was saying like, I could 1v5, and who are these players? What did you think when you saw it?
I mean, we were kind of randoms back then. It's kind of true, no? We were coming out of nowhere a bit, I guess. So he didn't really know who we were. So
you didn't feel attacked?
No, I didn't feel attacked.
Okay. Man, I wanted a spicy answer, man.
No, sorry.
Put in the title.
I'm not that spicy.
All right. Okay, I give you a choice, okay?
Yeah.
Would you rather win the spring split or go to Worlds?
Go to Worlds.
Really?
Yeah.
So you would, because there was like this poll right now about the LCS players. Did you saw that?
Yeah.
Where most people said like they would rather win. Did they say that? They would rather win the LCS than go to Worlds.
Or get out of Worlds quarters. No, get out of Worlds groups.
Yeah. So you would take Worlds over everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Who's your favorite top laner? I think it's the Shy, right?
I don't know. I guess the Shy or Khan. They're both really talented.
So would you be like starstruck if you play them?
I don't think so. I think I would just be happy to play them. Starstruck, I don't think so.
Do you think?
I think in Europe we already have like Wunder, who's really really good. So I think I would be. I kind of know what the top lane is like at the highest level already. So would be fun.
Okay. What are your personal goals as a pro?
For this year or overall?
Like in general.
I want to win Worlds by the end of
I mean that's more like a team thing, right?
Yeah.
But like your personal goal as a top lane. I mean, this is also a personal goal to win Worlds, but how realistic is it?
I mean, by the end of the year, I want to be like one of the absolute top laners in Europe. That's kind of my personal goal, I guess. One of the absolute best, if not the best. So I would just try to keep improving myself every day.
Okay. Yeah. I'm out of questions.
You're out of questions?
Yes.
That's bad preparation, Jan.
Why?
I'm disappointed.
I think it's a pretty good time that we have here. Okay. Do you have like anything else to say to the fans or anything like that?
I mean, if anything, I want to say I'm grateful for all the support. People are always writing very kind messages to me. And it makes me happy to read. So I just want to say thank you for all the continued support, and hopefully we'll be able to back it up with results soon. To pay it back.
Would you like to present your socials as well, where people can follow you?
Please follow me on Twitter. It's Finnlaw, and on Instagram it's RGE_Finn. That's all. Thank you.
No Facebook?
No.
What about your Twitch channel?
It's on Twitch is RGE_Finn as well. Same as Instagram.
So, are you streaming regularly or?
I try to stream on Sundays. It's our off day. I usually stream Duo Cube with Inspired on that day. So if you're interested, please tune in. If Berlin internet allows it. It doesn't always do it.
All right. Then thanks for listening. In the future, we will read out comments and feedback about the podcast. So leave your reviews and stuff like that.
Please give feedback.
Please give feedback. And I think I will start asking the fans also to give questions. So we get some spicier ones. But yeah, thanks, Finn. And
thank you, Tian.
See you guys next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.